Just call you when the moon is rising. I'm craving every moment with you. I can't just need you when the tides are turning. I cherish every second with you. I've got to hold on to your heart every day of the week, every week of the year. Yeah, you get on me, baby.
Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, or shall I say welcome back to Bellamy'S Party Prep Part 2. I'm so excited to have you guys here, and we are going to start off right where we left off. So if you haven't watched part 1 of this video, you definitely should. I will link it below. It has a lot of DIY ideas and just fun things for a Galaxy birthday theme. Of course, it doesn't have to be Galaxy, you can adapt it to anything else, but it's just lots of fun DIYs. So for today's project, it's actually going to be most of it's going to be making a pinata, and this I found on Pinterest. I found a moon-shaped pinata, which I thought was so stunning, and I had to recreate it, which actually was not hard at all. It takes a little bit of time, but it's actually not hard at all to do this, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I did this. So first, I was trying to look for a circle big enough to the size we were wanting to go with, and I found a large box at the grocery store. Eventually, I do end up using a box from an old fan that we had. So this project literally will cost about $5. I'm not even kidding you. Like, this pinata costs $5. It would normally be super expensive. That's really exciting too. So I'm making a circle, and then I'm making a smaller circle inside of it to kind of give it that moon shaped. It's not going to be a round moon. It's going to be like the nail. I think that's what it's called, like the nail looking moon. But like I said, I do make this a lot bigger later on, but I do the exact same steps.
It's still uncaught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure.
So it's now nighttime, and I honestly, for some reason, I didn't have planned to film, and then I was like, oh my goodness, I should probably film this part. So pardon my pajamas, but I wanted to really show you exactly how I made this pinata. So now I cut 2 rectangular strips, just depending on how thick or wide I wanted the pinata to be. And then at the bottom, I cut little tiny pieces that I could fold and glue on to one of the lids for the pinata. And I am using hot glue as my glue. I know there's other glues you can use, but I was in a hurry. I don't know why I'm always in a hurry for these things. Such a procrastinator. But I was in a hurry, and I didn't want to have to wait for the glue to dry, so I used hot glue, which worked perfectly. The pinata stayed the whole time. It had candy inside, and it was a little heavy, but it stayed the whole time. So hot glue worked perfectly.
Just thought I should let you know.
I wanted this pinata to hold up as much as possible. The last thing I wanted was for this thing to fall apart in the middle of the party. So I secured it with hot glue, and then I also used tape to make it really nice and strong, and this worked really, really well. So I highly recommend to not just use hot glue. The hot glue works to put everything together, but I also used tape, which gave it that extra hold.
No, it's no more, no, no. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, down.
I am just getting ready to put the top lid on the moon pinata, but first I want to make it very, very strong, and I didn't really know what to adhere it to. So I'm cutting out these little strips of cardboard, and I'm gluing them on the inner perimeter of the pinata. I'm leaving a tiny bit extra so that I can fold it. That way the lid can glue onto that little piece.
That's when I love you the most. No, I thought I should let you know. No, no, it's no more. We don't know. No, it's no more. We don't know. No, us no more. We don't know us no more, no, no. We don't know us no more. We don't know us no more. We don't know.
And good morning. It's actually a new day now. This didn't take me like 3 full days to do. It maybe took me like a total of 4 hours, but I just kind of spread it out throughout a few different days while I worked on other things. But yeah, so I think it was worth it though, because you're saving a lot of money, and honestly I don't know where else to buy this type of piñata, so I think it was worth it. So now I'm just, before I seal up the piñata, I am going to make the holes so I can put some string through it to hang it up. So I'm securing it extra good. I cut out a little piece of cardboard and I'm just hot gluing it to the top of the piñata with some hot glue, and then I'm using a nail to make some holes where I can put the fishing string through. That way you can hang the piñata wherever you like.
In this trashy bar, another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor.
And now it's time to seal up the piñata. So as you can see here, I put some little pieces of cardboard all throughout the inside of the piñata. They're little strips of cardboard, and then I just glued them to the sides of the piñata and then folded the tops so that I can put glue on top of that and then just really seal up that lid, because I felt like if I didn't, it wasn't going to hold up as good. So that really, really helped. And I'm just using some hot glue to get this on. So I glued little pieces at a time, and I just made sure that everything was nice and flush. And as I went, I also put the tape just to seal everything up.
When I go, I am all about adventure times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smell, like a flash in the universe.
Another little trick I did was I would put the hot glue on and the tape directly over the hot glue, and it would kind of help the hot glue just stay in place, but then it also would adhere to the tape, so it just made everything really strong, and it worked really, really well.
I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living.
And now it's time to make this moon nice and fluffy. I definitely thought I was going to need a lot more than what I actually used. I went and bought some white tissue paper from the dollar store, so it was super cheap. I bought 5 of them and only used 1, not even the full one. So I have lots of extra for other things. It was super affordable, so I'm just folding this to the length that I thought would look good. I kind of folded it into about 4, I did like 4 different folds, and then I would just cut these so that it would have the little shapes that I wanted. Obviously it's going to be vertical lines, so you want to try to get them as even as possible. I wanted to save some time, so I did quite a few at the same time. Not too many though, because I've noticed that when you cut it, it kind of moves around. So just enough where you can save some time, but not too much. That way it will still cut nice and straight.
No, 'cause you don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world.
So I wanted this to be as even as possible. So I'm just using this lid as a ruler, and I'm making lines wherever I'm going to be gluing the tissue paper. So this was a really good guide. I definitely recommend doing this, because I feel like if you don't, you kind of start gluing it and it might not be as even. So this was super helpful. To glue the tissue paper on the piñata, I just used hot glue. Honestly, I didn't use that much hot glue, not even a full bag, and it was super fast. It just made the whole process really fast for me, so I think it was worth it. But of course, you can use other glues that you feel more comfortable with, or that you might feel are cheaper, but this worked great, and the full cost of this was literally less than $5, because hot glue wasn't very much money, tissue paper was $1, and I didn't use the whole thing. I probably used half of it. Cardboard was free from an old fan that we had, and then just tape that we had laying around. So it was literally no more than $10. So anywhere maybe like $5, probably less than $5. So super affordable, and it turned out super cute. I love how it looks. And of course, for some reason, I didn't film the entire piñata at the end, but you're going to see here in a little bit some footage of the piñata at the party. It looks so cute. I love it. And my sister bought tons of goodies for the inside, just fun little toys, and I love how it turned out.
Ooh, it's so pretty.
Only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever after.
We are now heading straight to the cake. So I just made some sponge cake. You can make whatever sponge cake you'd like. This is just a family recipe that we use. And then to fill this up, I used whipped cream. So I buy the one in the box and I whip it up myself. I just feel like it tastes so much better than the one that's already made. And I sweeten it up with just powdered sugar. And then I put strawberries. The strawberries I like to slice, and then I just let them sit in a bowl with some sugar so they're not like super sour. And then I use this as filling, and it's super delicious. If you notice the bottom layer, it has some of the manjar that I used on the meringues in my previous video. So I just bought some more of that at the grocery store. I'll put a little picture of what the cans look like right here. And then I also just added some nuts mixed into it so that it has a little bit of crunch. I just love putting nuts in the cakes. I think it tastes so good. So I'm just putting this on as smooth as possible. And now that I'm done with the whipped cream and strawberries layer, I'm going to put another layer of manjar. It's like a milk-based caramel. You have to try it. I know I keep saying it, but it's just so delicious. I use this a lot in a lot of my pastries, and it's already made, so you don't have to make it. If you've never tasted it, this is like sweetened condensed milk, but it's just been cooked so that it's like brown or caramelized. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it, but it's kind of like a sweetened condensed milk type of flavor. Now I'm putting another layer, and I'm just going to keep layering this until I feel that I have the desired height that I want. And of course, now that I'm filming this, I realize, where's the last footage of the last cake? You know, like the finished cake. I actually decorated this with Swiss meringue buttercream. I will insert a link below of the exact recipe I use. I follow a girl here on YouTube that makes it, and she's really great. I've learned so much from her, so I'm going to link her video below so that you can learn how to make a Swiss meringue buttercream. I love this for decorating cakes. And as far as the coloring, I did the exact same method as I did with my meringue. So I just put different batches of food coloring, and then I just put one at a time so that it would create a more galaxy look. So I think it turned out really great. I will put some pictures here of what my goal was, my inspiration from Pinterest, and then the end result as well. I'm also adding a little bit of sugar water after every layer of cake because it makes it nice and moist and it just tastes better. And then I'm just going to insert here a clip of how the cake turned out in the end.
Birthday boy fell asleep, and we're gonna sing to him. Here's his wedding cake, his birthday cake. Should we put it closer to him? Should we whisper the happy birthday? Yeah, we should. Should we put it closer? It's like, yeah.
Lastly, I'm going to spray paint a 1 that I cut out of cardboard. So I just got those big black cardboards from the grocery store, and then I made an O, an N, and an E. I just cut it with a box cutter, and then I'm just spray painting it with blues and like neon pinks and a little bit of silver, just a little bit of everything. And I think it turned out so pretty. It was super easy, and it was just a nice little touch.
So we are here at my nephew's birthday party. It looks so cute here. It's space themed. And here's the birthday boy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Daddy. Hi. Hi. Does he not know me?
I don't think he can recognize you because of the
Makes
wig.
me so sad. Hi. Look how amazing all these decorations are. Hi, Pedrinho. Hi.
How you make me feel I got you in my head.
birthday. 1 year old.
Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand.
This is Bruna. You're gonna be on my channel. Okay. He's waving hi. The birthday boy's missing everything. He's sleeping. Oh, all right, Trina. After you.
1, 2, 3.
Cumpleaños feliz. Te deseamos a ti. Cumpleaños feliz.
Que los cumplas feliz.
Y en inglés.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Bellamy. Happy birthday to you. He's awake.
Nothing right.
Go next to him. I'm here with the birthday boy. Hi, Bellamy. You woke up, huh? You have the best time. Yay, I love you so much. What's your birthday? He's so tired.
And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new for your birthday parties and that you got some inspiration from it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I would love to have you here, and make sure you click the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. I post videos every single week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.